Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Conway. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news about the EIDL $10,000 grant. The good news is the SBA just updated their portal saying that you are eligible for that $10,000, but it is limited now, according to the SBA, to only those individuals who have previously applied. But I'm going to break down why I think the EIDL grant program could be open to more people later. And if you're somebody who previously applied for the EIDL grant of $10,000, you likely will get it, but you need to meet certain criteria. We're going to be breaking that down in this video. I'm going to share with you all that I know. Again, this is breaking brand new content because we just found this out a few minutes ago that the SBA updated their portal. That's why I'm bringing you this video. I'm going to make a further video tomorrow explaining all the questions that you have, so leave them in the comments below, and I'm going to share with you more research as I find out about it. But that's what we know right now. I'm going to share it with you here quickly in this video. For those who don't know, my name is Kevin Conway. I make stimulus news videos and other personal finance videos all the time, so be sure to like this video so it shares with more people, gets that information out to more people. That's what we want to do, is spread that information. And if you're new here, consider subscribing because you're not going to want to miss the further explanations of the EIDL program. I think we're going to have further stimulus. Joe Biden's talked about a $1.9 trillion stimulus with additional money for EIDL and PPP and many other things. You're going to want to stay informed by subscribing to the channel so that I can give you the latest as it breaks. Again, this just happened. That's why I'm making the video right now. And with that being said, let's get right into the latest updates. So like I said, the SBA just updated their website and said that this new stimulus program passed, but those individuals who would have gotten that $10,000 before and didn't, now they can get it. Now here's the thing. I'll put the text of the website up here on the screen, and let's go through it very quickly so that we can actually see what the SBA actually said. The SBA starts off by saying that there was a stimulus bill passed, we all know that, and there's advance funds of up to $10,000 will be available to certain people. Now, it says that applicants do not need to take any action at this time. The SBA will reach out to those who qualify. The SBA will first reach out to those EIDL applications who already received a partial EIDL advance. So if you received an advance of between $1,000 and $9,000, like my brother, he's a photographer, he got a $1,000 grant because the SBA limited it to those individuals who had it for $1,000 per employee. So he was his own employee, he got $1,000, not the $10,000 that he was supposed to get according to the text of the law back in March. And that's why Congress got mad at the SBA, and that's why the SBA is trying to solve that right now. So if you received any amount of money before, you are going to get that $10,000 subject to a few different things. Those few different criteria are the criteria that we've talked about previously that was in the law that is now being implemented with the SBA. That is, number one, you need to have your business located in a low-income community, and number two, you need to have a 30% drop in revenue. Now let's break those two things down. What's really weird is that in the actual SBA website, it says that you need to be located in a low-income community. It doesn't say anything about your business being located in a low-income community, but that is completely false. I mean, if you look at the text of the law explicitly says that it's the business that should be located in a low-income community. So I don't know if they're falling asleep at the wheel here and updating this at a last minute. I know there was a federal holiday yesterday, so I really don't know. Very strange, but that's what they said is the first criteria. They said that they're going to have a tool available for those individuals who want to look up whether or not they are located in a low-income community. I provided one previously from the federal government that is used throughout the federal government to determine the status of a low-income community. That's what I think you should go off of now until the SBA updates their site and has a more user-friendly, presumably, lookup tool for that low-income community tool. So we're going to know more on that a little bit later, but I would get a jump start by looking in my description of the low-income tool. Number two, the 30% drop in revenue. We knew this, and this is actually what the text of the law does say. After March 2nd, 2020, if you had a drop in revenue in an 8-week period of 30% or more as compared to a comparable period from before March 2nd, 2020, then you meet that criteria as well. That's probably most of you out there because like all of you, we had almost no commerce in this country basically from March through May. It was a lockdown, whether you were driving for Uber, cleaning houses, selling things online. I mean, it was very, very tough out there. So that criteria probably is easy to satisfy if you're somebody out there. How do you prove it? Well, it looks to be open-ended according to what they have on the website. You could provide, just pay stubs or or invoices rather, or you can provide your tax return. Anything that shows that gross income number, it looks like that is just going to be documentation that you'll be asked to provide later. Now, they go on to say not to respond to anybody who isn't using an @sba.gov email address. And this is very important. Do not ever give your information to somebody on Instagram or WhatsApp or Gmail, only the SBA. They go on to say that, and I think that's very important. I see a lot of scammers in the comments. That's terrible. So with that being said, that's what they say on the website. For those people who have previously applied and gotten some amount of money, those are the things they need to take. So if you previously applied, got $1,000, like for example, my brother who's a photographer got $1,000, well, if he's located in a low-income community and had a 30% drop in revenue, he would get the $10,000. If you don't meet those two criteria, you will not get the $10,000, at least right now. That's what the SBA has said right now. That's on their website. So we'll know a little bit more later. We'll know if they open it up to more people later, but that's what we know right now. Now, if you're somebody who applied last time and did not get any money at all, got $0, but would have gotten the money had the money not ran out before, so if you would have been eligible, well, you still are eligible to get this grant if you meet those two criteria. That is, live in a low-income community and have a 30% drop in revenue, and you also must not have above 300 employees. They put that in the website as well. It's kind of weird because they put that later on. The text of the law actually says it applies to all the grants, but again, this is the SBA. The SBA has not implemented Congress's intent on the first go round. It looks here they're deviating from it as well because it was supposed to be open to everybody, not just those people who got it last time. And that's the way it is as of right now. They go on to say that you do not need to contact the SBA or submit your application again. The SBA will contact you. So check your spam, check your email, be sure to stay on top of it because the SBA is going to contact you if you are somebody who submitted their application before December 27th, 2020 for this EIDL $10,000 grant. You may be required to submit additional information, but again, we'll know more later. So that's why you'll want to subscribe so I could break it down for you at that time. Now, for everybody else out there who wanted to get the grant and did not get the grant this time because they didn't apply for it or they were just shut out because the SBA said they're only going to do applications from before December 27th, 2020, what do you do now? The short answer is you just got to hold tight because unfortunately the SBA has not done what Congress has intended on this time, and they didn't do it previously. So I think that they will resolve it later on through force of will or additional funding. Now, we do think that there will be additional stimulus. $1.9 trillion is the starting bid for Joe Biden, and of course, his party now controls the Senate, the House, and the presidency. I highly anticipate there will be another stimulus bill. It's almost universal on Capitol Hill that that's what people think will happen. And I think there'll be an additional tranche of funding for the EIDL and PPP program. So if you're out there and you're wondering if you can get this $10,000 if you hadn't already applied, the answer is right now you cannot. And I know that's horrible, but the SBA, they did it again. They did something that wasn't in the law, and they went ahead and went forward with this. This is incredibly frustrating for everybody out there, and I hear you. But I'm going to do my best to update you as quickly as I can with any new information so that you could take advantage of the next program. For those people who wanted to get any amount of money right now, I think that you should look into the PPP loan. The PPP loan is a forgivable loan. It's just like the grant, except it's not limited to $10,000. It is limited to 2.5 times your monthly average payroll. There's lots of details on it. I made a full video on it. If you're self-employed or you even have a side hustle, I highly recommend applying for this PPP loan. You may qualify and you may actually get a lot more money than you would have otherwise with the EIDL program. I know it's a little frustrating to have to shift focus and go this way, but it is something that I think is worth looking into. With that being said, I'll make a follow-up video on the EIDL program tomorrow. I wanted to bring you this information as quickly as I possibly could. This portal just updated. I hope that it is not too bad. If you're somebody who got any amount of money last time or applied and would have qualified, that's good news for you. For everybody else, just hang tight. We're going to try to do our best to find more information to get a program that you can take advantage of. With that being said, if you wouldn't mind giving me a like on this video, I'd really appreciate it. Get some information out to more people and subscribing to the channel if you want to stay informed. With that being said, I'll see you next time.